Hi, my name is Khadijah VanBrakle, and today I'll be reading the first chapter of my debut contemporary young adult novel, Fatima Tate Takes Cake. All right, let's begin. I, Fatima Noor Tate, do nothing without parental approval. Today is no different. Zainab's speeding will get me to the soup kitchen in time for my shift, but my homemade spice cupcakes might be DOA. Can you please slow down? My left hand grips the cake carrier while my right is fused with the door handle. Stop complaining, Fatima. I got you. You won't miss a minute of flirting with your Muslim Prince Charming. Zainab smirks in my direction before merging her Mini Cooper into an exit lane without using her signal. Rahim is not my anything. The wind from her half-open window doesn't stop a wave of warmth from spreading across my face. He's nice to all the volunteers at the shared table. My best friend's box braids sway in the merciless Albuquerque sun as she brakes hard at a stoplight. Nah, you're busted. I've seen you sneak glances at him, and I've seen him watching you too. My palms dampen. I only wish it was true. You've only been there once when he and I were both serving food. Rahim is friendly and he likes my desserts. It's really nothing personal. She speeds past the masjid, then a minute later swings a sharp right into the soup kitchen's parking lot. Whipping her car into the first open space, Zainab scolds me. We've known each other too long for those weak denials to fool me. You just think you're not good enough for a guy like him. The knot in my stomach confirms her opinion is closer to the truth than I want to admit, so I keep my mouth shut. And yeah, he's okay, but he's got nothing on Amber. Zainab winks at me. Although she doesn't like green chili. How can I be dating a girl who doesn't like green chili? Before I can think of a snappy response, Rahim parks his dark gray sedan right beside us. My mouth dries up. I struggle to pull my eyes away from him. My BFF cracks her gum, filling my nose with cinnamon. Or maybe you're scared. A college student who drives an $80,000 Lexus might actually be interested in you. A brief silence surrounds us. Spend more than a few seconds talking to him, she presses. You'll see. What I'm saying about him liking you is true. Rather than agreeing with her, I escape out the passenger door. Rahim is already out of his vehicle. Smooth brown skin, 6-foot-tall frame, perfect face. He's my weekly distraction while volunteering. Assalamu alaikum, ladies. Let me get those, Fatima. I pass him the cake carrier. Walaikum assalam. He flashes me a smile. I tear my eyes away. Zainab hops out and opens her rear door to grab my second tray of cupcakes. Salam, Rahim. He glances at me. Here, Fatima. I'll pick you back up at 6:30 at the latest. I recognize the I told you so in her voice. I grab the aluminum sheet pan from her. After a quick wink, she gets in the car and drives away, leaving me alone with Rahim. Steady, Fatima. Forcing myself to take one step after another and avoiding the deep cracks in the concrete, I walk with him towards the front door. So what did you make for me today? He asks me the same question every time we're together at the soup kitchen. It's almost like our own private joke. I can't hide a teeth-baring grin. He knows he can only have some if there are leftovers. Spiced cupcakes with cream cheese frosting, but they're not for you. They're for the people we're feeding. Rahim is already holding open the door. Can't blame me for trying. Everything you bake is so delicious. Now I'm ruined for store-bought desserts, and it's all your fault. Should I say sorry? Or you're welcome? Heat travels up my limbs as I slide past him into the lobby and head for the dining hall. Rows and rows of tables are set up there, including buffet tables, and we leave my contributions at the dessert station. See you after food service, he says. Watching Rahim unfold a couple of chairs, I wipe my sweaty hands down the sides of my jeans. After stopping by the supply closet to grab a clean apron and stash my bag, I head into the kitchen to help with dinner prep. Head Chef John nods at me as he slides a tray of seasoned chicken thighs out of one of the big commercial ovens, his stained apron tight under his beer belly. The aromatic smell of garlic and rosemary makes my mouth water. Hey, Fatima, how are you today? He asks, smiling. I sneak a peek at the empty stainless steel sinks, already dreading having to wash all the pots and pans after tonight's meal. Hi, what are my assignments today? Well, one of our new volunteers called in sick 20 minutes ago. So first, I need you to make the salad. Then you can organize the dessert table, replenish the slotted spoons on the food line, and put a new box of disposable gloves out for the servers. I need it all done right away. Dinner service starts in 30 minutes. That's a lot. Let me get started. Grabbing 2 huge silver bowls, I dump a couple jumbo bags of pre-washed salad mix in each. Even with gloved hands, tossing the ingredients with a bottle of salad dressing takes me no time at all. After covering both bowls with plastic wrap and setting them in the fridge, I change my gloves and leave the kitchen. Raheem is in the far corner of the dining hall, wiping down the tables. His gaze meets mine, and he waves. Damn. He caught me looking. He always does. I give him a weak wave back and focus on my tasks, ending up at the dessert table cutting 24 Costco muffins in half. I'm putting away the serrated knife back in its place when somebody deposits 4 trays of decorated sugar cookies in front of me. Hi, can you tell me where John is? It's a tall brunette dressed in a light blue sweatshirt and jeans, an expensive black leather purse slung across her chest. He should be in the kitchen. I point toward the door to the left of the serving line. Do you want me to get him for you? I know the way, she says, the sweet tone of her voice soothing. After patting the top tray of cookies she brought, she adds, been here many times. My eyes land on her donation. The cookies are delicate, heart-shaped creations piped with red and white icing. These are beautiful. Thanks. My students worked hard on them. I should introduce myself. I'm Erica. She has students? We exchange smiles. I'm Fatima. Nice to meet you. Erica heads towards the kitchen. I shouldn't keep you from your job. A long line of people is waiting outside. She's not wrong. The instant the doors are unlocked, there's a surge. The crowd rushes in to pick up trays, hungrily circulating from station to station. Before volunteering here, I had no idea so many people were food insecure in Albuquerque. The hour goes by in a blur. The dessert station is popular, and I hand out everything we have. Helping here is my small contribution to the community. Once the dining hall has emptied out, I go to stash whatever leftovers we have in the fridge, and almost run straight into Chef John, standing in the kitchen's doorway. This is for you. He hands me a single sheet of paper. What is this? I ask, taking it. John rubs his chin. I hope you're not mad. You don't like us to make a fuss over your goodies, but when Erica stopped by today, I asked her to try one of your cupcakes. Huh? Why would I be mad? He's not making sense. I don't mind if you share my cupcakes. A sly grin creeps onto his face. She's not just anyone, Fatima. Her name is Chef Erica Newsom, and she's the head pastry chef at Central New Mexico Community College's culinary program. A couple of times a semester, she brings us her students' baked goods. I blink 3 times before whispering. You gave one of my cupcakes to a head pastry chef? Why? He frowns. You never believe me when I say how talented you are, Fatima. I thought if Chef Erica tasted one and liked it, you'd finally see what a gift you have. And I was right. She loved it. She asked me to give you this flyer. I look down. The words Teen Baking Championship sear into my eyeballs. My heart rate quickens. The grand prize winner and a parent, if the winner is under 18, will be invited to the Culinary Institute of America campus closest to their home. Once there, the winner will spend 3 days learning and baking under the supervision of some of the country's premier pastry chefs. Okay, no joke. The CIA is my dream culinary school. John's still staring at me when I focus back on his face. Take some time to think about it. He points towards the back of the kitchen. I'll wash the dishes today. Go. I can take a hint. So after folding the flyer into my back pocket, I drop my dirty apron into the storage room laundry and grab my empty cake carriers and bag. When I walk outside, Zainab's Mini Cooper isn't there. Instead, I see Raheem leaning against his car, absorbed in his phone. Where are you? My texting fingers work fast. I finished my shift. Did you forget about me? I press send and wait. Hey, Fatima. Raheem's deep voice makes my insides flutter. Isn't Zainab picking you up? I shuffle towards him, unsure if my voice will crack. I don't know. She's never flaked on me before. His eyebrows bunch up, but he doesn't say a word. Instead, he opens his passenger door. It's almost dark. I can't leave you here. Hop in and I'll give you a ride. You don't have to. I can wait until she texts me back. The longer I stare at his face, the harder it is to breathe. The corners of Raheem's mouth turn downward. I promise to drive you straight home. He holds up 3 fingers. Scout's honor. You can trust me. The early March night quiets around us. I am so tempted. My parents would be pissed if they knew. But who's going to tell them? This is probably my only chance to ever talk to him, and I want to take it. Hand those over, please. He shifts his gaze to the empty cake carriers I'm gripping to my chest like a life jacket. My fingers slide against his as I pass them. Zap. My skin is still tingling as I ease into the shotgun seat. Right after he closes my door, he races around to the driver's side and gets in. The woodsy scent of his aftershave surrounds me. What part of town do you live in? Raheem asks as he backs out of the parking space and turns north towards the freeway. I tuck my hands underneath me. Northeast Heights, near Tramway and Montgomery. To force myself to stop staring at him, I focus on all the tan leather around me. Growing up as a mechanic's daughter, I've always heard about the high-quality materials used in luxury cars. My dad goes on and on about them, but I've never actually seen them. This leather is like softened butter. I get it now. While we wait at a red light, I pull my phone and the flyer out of my back pocket. I send Zainab a selfie, then shoot my mom a quick text. Ma, I got asked to compete in a baking competition for teens. What do you think? Idiot! Raheem yells at a driver who cuts him off. Learn how to drive! Out of the corner of my eye, I catch his quick look in my direction. Sorry, I'm usually more chill than that. I believe him. He's always calm at the soup kitchen. It's no big deal. I cross my legs at the ankles and hope he doesn't expect me to come up with witty conversation. Where do you live? That's all I have. He's focusing on the traffic around us, but still answers my question. In one of the high desert subdivisions, right off Tramway Boulevard. We're almost neighbors. My brain turns to mush. Except my parents could never afford the $1 million price tags for houses in that development. The next few minutes of silence remind me how bad I am at this, flirting, making small talk of any kind with the opposite sex. So bad. What's in your lap? He asks, a curious eyebrow raised. I forgot to put the flyer away. Crap. What do I say to not sound stupid? Chef John gave it to me. It's from another volunteer, Chef Erica Newsom. She's the head pastry chef at C&M. I bite my lip, not sure if I can keep talking. The car speeds down I-25 north. Raheem glances from the road to me more than once, and I'm waiting for the rest of the story. I blow out a small breath. Ever since I started volunteering at the soup kitchen, Chef John's been telling me how much he likes my baking. Today he gave one of my cupcakes to Chef Erica. I refold the flyer. She suggested I enter this team baking competition in April at the convention center. Do I sound dorky? Baking isn't like the thing. Well, all the stuff I've tasted has been fantastic, he says, a grin spreading across his face. You should definitely enter. I giggle inside. He thinks I should go for it? Too bad nothing in my life is that simple. I can't do anything without my mom's permission. But I'm not telling him that. We're already at my exit, so he veers the car right onto Montgomery Boulevard. How long have you been baking anyway? When I was 8 and fasting during Ramadan for the first time, my dad distracted me from being hungry by showing me how to make chocolate chip cookies. The tension in my shoulders releases a little. That was it for me. Ever since, baking has been my passion. You should do it, Fatima. I bet you'll win the whole competition. His support is a gift he doesn't know he's giving me. I hold onto the armrest between us. We don't talk the rest of the way home. As we pull up to my complex, I give Raheem the gate code, and he turns into the visitor's lot. I get a new notification and open the text from my mom. Wonderful opportunity, not for you. Nursing is more stable and friendlier on the waistline. Angry tears well up in my eyes, but I refuse to cry in front of Raheem. My mother doesn't care about what I want, only what she thinks I should want. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise this time. My baking skills are all self-taught. Cooking shows, TikTok, YouTube, and probably not good enough. He reaches over and touches my shoulder, bringing my attention back to him. I'll walk you to the door. My feet tingle as I step out of the car. It's surreal that the guy I've been crushing on for months is right here beside me. He's been the main character in my daydream since we met, and now he's in front of my condo. Thanks for giving me a ride home. I struggle to get the words out. You don't have to walk me the rest of the way. I'll be okay. I insist, he says, his straight white teeth on full display. He follows me through the courtyard. I walk super slow. Now isn't the time to trip over my own feet. Standing in front of our door, I turn toward him. Here, safe and sound. Thanks again for the ride. Raheem takes a single step into my personal space. Fatima, would it be okay if I come in and pray Asr? A big yes teeters on the tip of my tongue, and I force it back down my throat. Being too eager isn't the best look. I could head back across town to the masjid he offers after a moment of silence, but I'd miss it. I nod. How can I say no to another Muslim who's asking to make salat? Of course. With shaky hands, I fish my keys out of my purse and let us into the apartment. The automatic timer turns on the living room floor lamp. My parents aren't home from work. Raheem and I slip off our shoes. After sinking onto the closest couch cushion, I point down the hall. If you need to make wudu, the bathroom is the last door on the left. Thanks. Once the bathroom door closes, I breathe out. This morning's Albuquerque Journal is spread out on the dining room table at the far end of the room. Other than that, the only furniture in our open living and dining space is the couch I'm sitting on, a love seat, and a side table beside me. Maybe he won't notice that we have like 4 possessions. My fingers nervously adjust my hijab, and then Raheem reappears. The prayer rugs are in the basket beside the TV. Pointing towards the northeast corner of the room, I add. The Qibla is in that direction. After snagging one, he lays it down in the correct direction, then raises his hands to his ears. Allahu Akbar. I try to stare at the drab beige wall-to-wall carpet, but, holding my breath, I can't help but sneak a quick peek as he prostrates right in front of me. That's it. I'm going to hell for oogling Raheem while he's fulfilling one of his pillars of our faith. Minutes later, I look up and watch him fold his rug and drop it back into the basket. Then he sits beside me and wraps my hand with his. My whole body trembles. I can't help but stare at our joined hands. His smooth skin reminds me of milk chocolate baking squares, while mine is closer to a well-used wooden mixing spoon. Are you okay, Fatima? Raheem's gentle words pull me from my silent panic. Yes, fine. I blow out a small stream of air. Hints of earthy cologne tickle my nose. Damn, he always smells good. Should probably let go of his hand and force myself off the couch, away from him, but I'm not that strong. Raheem grins, then pulls his hands back, breaking our physical connection. If you do enter the baking competition, we'll need a taste tester. I volunteer as tribute. We'd make a good team. My eyebrows bunch together. Wait, what? Team? I can't stop my gaze from wandering across his body. I've seen him in those dark wash jeans before. They must be one of his favorite pairs. His biceps are amazing. I start imagining running my fingers along his strong jaw and no, this isn't like me. And I know my parents wouldn't approve of my new friend. The only time 2 single people get to know each other in my community is when the families agree marriage is a possibility. That's my future. You can't leave without a couple of my homemade spice cupcakes I manage. My conservative mom would flip if she knew Raheem was here with me alone. I'm less than 2 months away from getting my high school diploma, and yet I've never been alone with a boy. Ever. But I don't get it. How will I ever know if a parent-approved Muslim guy is the one for me if I've never had a friendly conversation with somebody who has a Y chromosome? That's all this is. Conversation, right? He scoots forward, closer to me. Breathe, Fatima, breathe. But I've got nothing to focus on except him. Are you nervous? Raheem whispers. When all I do is nod, he says, I like you, Fatima Tate. Shock floods my body, but I can't hide a wide smile. Being here with him, hearing this, letting him touch me and liking it is so wrong. This can't be happening. He is perfect. His body is perfect. This is quickly getting beyond conversation, and I know it. Fatima, did you hear me? Raheem asks. I realize he's been talking. Nope, not a word. After a pause, I dare to meet his deep brown eyes. But why? Raheem chuckles. Isn't it obvious? We've gotten to know each other at the shared table, haven't we? You've got a quiet strength, and I like that. Remember last month when that man insisted your parents force you to cover your hair? You didn't even react. Both of our moms would have made it a huge deal. He reaches out and holds my hand in his again. We're both mature. We'd be good together. What does that mean exactly? Before I go, I'd like to kiss you. Are you okay with that? All the cells in my body come alive. Kiss? Before I can respond, Raheem abruptly gets up and walks towards the door. I'm sorry, Fatima. I shouldn't have asked you that. The next second, I'm on my feet. Without thinking, I blurt out, I've never been kissed before. He moves back towards me, closer and closer, until the heat of his body mixes with mine. You mean I'd be your first? His hushed voice is almost impossible to hear. We're almost touching, body to body. The answer gets stuck in my throat. He leans even closer. His lips brush the shell of my ear. So can I kiss you? My faith tells me I shouldn't, but the truth is my body wants to know what it's like. I know what my mom would say, what Islam says, but right now I don't care. Adrenaline courses through me. No one needs to know. Yes, with one finger, Raheem lifts up my chin, and just like that, I'm lost. Raheem presses me against his chest and wraps his powerful arms around my waist. I drink in his scent, every nerve ending in my body ablaze as I melt into his embrace. The moment our lips touch, my doubts dissolve. I never want this feeling to end. A couple of delicious minutes later, he breaks our connection, a huge grin on his face. Are you okay? I press my fingers against my mouth. No one's ever called me that before. Yeah. Raheem's thumb traces the outline of my lips. Fatima, you're special to me. My breath hitches. I am? Do you think I kiss every female I meet? He scolds, frowning. And my mouth grows dry. But then his stern expression softens, and he runs his hand along my cheek. Relax, it was a joke. Now, where are those cupcakes you promised me? Leaving him, I rush into the kitchen and come back with 3 cupcakes in a disposable pie pan. Thanks. He accepts my homemade desserts, leans in, and plants another quick kiss on my lips. See you soon, gorgeous. Once he's gone, I press myself against the back of the door. Other than my next bake, it feels like Raheem and kissing suddenly occupies all the free space in my brain. Nothing can stop me from dreaming about what will happen the next time we're alone. Even though I know there shouldn't be a next time, I can imagine myself addicted. Thank you for listening.